Yeah, yeah, let's go. What's up, selectors? It's Select Screen here. Surprise, I'm on my lunch break. What's up, wrestling? Had to hit up this selector requested reaction video. Man, my guy, shout out to DJ Crystal Clear, has been asking for a couple of reviews. This one specifically for Blade in 1998. Man, this movie, man, we're going to talk about this movie because it's iconic. It's iconic, and I think you're gonna like my reaction. You're gonna like my review of it. So stay tuned for that. We're at linktr.ee/select screen. Shout out to Wrestling God Streams. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. It's going to be kind of a short and concise review because I'm on my lunch break, but I think you guys are going to like it, man. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I hope you guys are ready for it. And notice the music. Notice the music, all right? I'm ready. You're ready. Let's go. All right, so first off, give me my camera. Just give me my camera. Blade, bro. Wrestling says, me and Kayla are the closest of friends now. That's what's up, man. Thanks for the update. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Again, you're going to notice the music in the background. That is done intentionally. And that's where I'm going to start my review of Blade with that. Blade is, you got to understand where Blade sits in all of the Marvel movies. Blade was really the first Marvel movie to go mainstream. It was very much in the time around Mortal Kombat coming out. So it's that movie. That's just to set the tone of what Blade is. What made Blade crazy was, here's a Marvel movie, right? And Marvel movies haven't been defined yet, but it defines it in a very crazy way. Blade is rated R. And when we talk about vampire movies, Blade is just that. It starts off with one of the craziest scenes of techno music. And like I said, you got to understand the time. Techno music and all these people kind of dancing in this underground place, and all of a sudden the sprinklers come on, the water things come on, and it's filled with blood, and this guy's in there, and he figures out he's surrounded by vampires, and that's how things are set. The guy gets out of the place, out of the dance floor basically, where all these vampires are drinking blood or whatever, and he falls to his feet, or he falls down and at the feet of Blade, and that's how we come in on Blade. This movie is excellent. It's excellent. I'm not a scary movie fan at all. I'm not even a vampire fan, but Blade it treats the source material. If you guys don't know, Blade is half human, half vampire. And they explain this throughout the movie. Spoilers, obviously. They explain this throughout the movie so well, in such great detail, especially for 1998. And then on top of that, there's the action. This is Wesley Snipes at his greatest, man. I mean, the action in this movie is, I would put it up there with Demolition Man. What are some of his? Art of War. Lots of great movies that he's done. The action in this movie is crazy good. If you're looking for an action movie alone, is it super scary? Not really, especially by today's terms. It's not super crazily scary, but there's some moments in there you're like, whoa, even still today. The graphics for 1998 are awesome. Again, if you compare it to Mortal Kombat Annihilation, for example, there's a few scenes where the CGI isn't great, but it's not bad in any sense of the word. There's a moment where he throws like this anti-serum at a bad guy, and he like he explodes, right? And it looks cheesy. It looks cheesy. But at the time, 1998, it was gruesome. There's a very, 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 very like Jabba the Hutt vampire that it doesn't look amazing by today's standards. But at the time, man, it was super like creepy. What's up? Matter of fact, DJ Crystal's here, man. What's up, man? Thank you for joining us. Wrestling says, honestly, man, don't mean to brag, but since I've made a group of friends, we do everything together. Great, man. Before I felt so depressed. Great. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that, wrestling. So what else can I tell you about Blade? This moment that you're seeing here, matter of fact, let me switch over. This is probably the cheesiest moment of the whole film. Blade throws two silver spikes, I guess, or stakes into the guy who he actually staples to the wall is actually Harvey. Or not Harvey, excuse me. He's on Gotham. Oh my gosh, he's Gordon's partner. Crystal said I was 6 when this dropped. Yes. This movie, and same here. I was around that age, man. And but anyway, so he pins him up against the wall, right? And Blade turns and goes, literally. And so that's about the cheesiest part of the movie. Otherwise, the movie it treats the source material very, very, like it knows it's a comic book movie, but at the same time, it's very mature. This movie, I would compare this movie to in between two movies. In between the original Mortal Kombat, it's got that feel to it. Because again, the techno vibe and whatever. And I would also put this in between the first Deadpool movie because it's very much like that. Blade is sarcastic. You know, when he's fighting, sometimes he's not looking at the people he's fighting. He's very cocky. Yeah. Crystal says, was this a Marvel movie? This is a Marvel movie. This movie, believe it or not, Crystal, is really the movie. Without this movie, we probably wouldn't have the Marvel Cinematic Universe like we do now. And that's why I thought it was so funny that you suggested and wanted to see this reviewed, because this was really the first mainstream Marvel movie. Without this movie, I don't think Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man series, gets made, because Blade showed that you could make a movie about a comic book character and make it cool. And that's exactly what they did. Obviously, it inspired X-Men in some regard with the garb. You know, he's in all black leather kind of stuff. Crystal said, I didn't know it was Marvel. Yeah. And that's the thing about it, is it's not overly comic book and not overly Marvel. The only way you would know really is if you saw and read the credits right at the beginning. There's no Marvel logo at the beginning, none of that stuff, because it wasn't invented yet. But this movie really set the tone. And like I said, without this movie, you definitely aren't getting Deadpool. Wesley Snipes is just phenomenal. Something else I wanted to bring up is the guy who plays Frost in this, the villain of this movie. He threw some big dirt. Wrestling just brought up that he's going to go see Black Widow. He has not really been in a movie really since that's been huge. And he threw a lot of dirt at Black Widow, saying Black Widow looked like a bad video game. So that was another reason why I wanted to. This is relevant. You know, this is very relevant right now. Was this before Wesley Snipes played a drag queen? It is not. I believe that movie came out before. I believe so. That's when he was trying to kind of branch out. Elmo's in here too on Facebook. What's up, Elmo? We got 6 selectors in here. Guys, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. So yes, Blade, if you ask me, this movie gets an A-. It's phenomenal. If you like Marvel movies and you have not seen Blade, if you like good action movies and you haven't seen Blade, if you like vampires, if you like Shang-Chi that's about to come out, you need to see this movie. It's a great, great movie on HBO Max. They have actually all three. And I was so hyped after watching the first one, I went right into the second one. The second one has more of the problems that I kind of mentioned earlier that this movie doesn't. Again, this original movie, Blade, he's a vampire, half man, but there's a lot of drama in it. A lot of drama. Shout out to Mario in here lurking with us. The CGI, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. And that's the thing about this movie is there's not a lot of CGI. And I think that's what made this movie good. And you can tell in the second movie they went overly CGI. And what I mean by that is in the second movie, without reviewing that, there's a scene where he's fighting something else. And it's honestly, you can just tell it's not Wesley Snipes. It's the 3D model. And he kind of does this like weird flip. And it's like, that didn't look right. There's not a lot of moments. There are moments like that in Blade 1998, but there's not a lot of moments of that. You can tell they did a lot of practical things in the original Blade movie. And that's what made it so good. So A- for me on this movie. Definitely go check out Blade. It is not for kids. It is a vampire movie for sure. Crystal wants to see White Men Can't Jump reviewed. Okay, yeah, definitely some good stuff. Appreciate you guys for checking us out so much, man. linktr.ee/select screen. I got to head back to work, but had to get this done. I know you guys are like, where's the Lowkey review? Why didn't we do a watch party? I'm going to be real frank with you guys. I was exhausted last night. We did NBA last night, and as RL and I were talking about on Twitter, we both just kind of fell asleep. It was a late last night. So we will get to Lowkey hopefully tonight. I don't know if you guys let me know in the comments down below. Do you want to do a watch party or do you want me to just review it? Let me know what you want to do on that. Either way works for me. And we'll do that, all right? Until next time, guys, I want you guys to do 2 things for me. Be kind to one another. 3 things. Hit the like button. And share. And Elmo says over on Facebook, we love our selectors. Love our selectors. Can you tell me who my top 3... I couldn't tell you, DJ, other than some of the comedians, but I know we talked about that. And the last thing I need you guys to do is choose your destiny. Let's see. Mario says, but you have to remember, this was one of the best Marvel movies at the time. Dolph Lundgren as the Punisher, David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury. Stay away. Absolutely. And that's what made this movie. Like I said, this was the first movie to really show, like, now I want to say Marvel movie. This was the first Marvel movie to show that they could do it, because we had Batman, we had Superman. Those movies showed that you could do a superhero movie. This was a black actor who was already mainstream. People forget that Michael Keaton wasn't a huge name when Batman came out. Christopher Reeve either. He wasn't huge. Wesley Snipes in 1998, this was huge. And he delivered, man. He really did deliver. So, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to choose your destiny. My name's Select Screen, and I'm out.